one's my shout.
But until that crunch comes, Gen Y will just keep on spending.
So this is an indulgence.
It is a little bit of an indulgence, but, why not splurge sometimes?
I'll have a beer.
Okay, I'll have a passion fruit mojito.
Emma Lovell is a full-time student. She'll finish uni with a business degree and $40,000 in the red. For students like her, debt is a way of life.
How much are you guys in debt?
By the end of my degree, I'll have around $49,000 worth of fixed debt.
Around 26.
Yeah, I'm almost finished and I've got about $20,000 racked up, so...
How on earth do you guys afford to drink?
Happy hour prices.
Happy hour, okay.
About half of Emma's debt is HECS fees, the unavoidable cost of a university education, and the rest she's borrowed to pay for a car and that other Gen Y essential, world travel.
I'll be going to South Africa, then to Tanzania and Nairobi, up to London, Scotland, quick visit over to Germany, fly over to Dallas for a stop.
How are you paying for it?
With this little beauty, my loan, which was for my car, and I've now refinanced it, so I've added on another $10,000.
So this $12,500 is absolutely money well borrowed.
Definitely, and I know that I'm going to be in debt later on in my life, so may as well learn to manage it now and use it for great things like this. I don't think this is a waste at all.
Zoe, what's it like walking into a big shopping centre for you?
Hard.
Zoe's money was wasted in shopping centres like this.
I want to walk into and buy stuff.
On stuff she didn't need and couldn't afford. Remember, her debt is more than $70,000.
And is that exactly what you were doing? You were just coming in and laying down the cart?
Yeah, just laying down credit, and they ask how you're going to pay, and just say credit. Just credit. So just sign away.
A sucker for interest-free deals, by the time she realised her debt was out of control, so was her life.
I thought about going and being a stripper for a couple of nights just for the money. But when it came down to it, I couldn't do that to my mum. I couldn't do that to my family. I couldn't do it to myself.
What stopped you walking out the door?
My beliefs, my mum. Knowing how it would hurt my mum to know that I went and did that.
Oh, you poor possum.
Like so many of her generation, Zoe is now back living at home.
I did the dishes as well.
A vastly different life to when her mum was her age.
So you've been sitting around watching television?
When I was young, for us to get credit, we actually had to get our parents to basically go guarantor for us. I'd know I'd get the horsewhip if I didn't pay back my debts from my dad.
Oh, guess what?
There's no horsewhip in this household, just a caring mum still providing for her adult daughter.
It's taken a long time.
Do you know what Gen Y, how much debt they're in?
Overall, in total, no.
How does $60 billion sound?
60 billion, and look at how much of a chunk I have of it.
Yeah, but you'll get through it, dear.
As a parent, I still worry about that sort of thing.
Emma Lovell also still lives at home, but despite owing tens of thousands of dollars, she's supremely confident of her future.
I want my life to go in a certain direction, and I can't do that if I, sit here saving. It's not possible to sit here and just save and save and save. That's not the way we do things.
Why is Generation Y so ballsy about debt and confident that you can pay it off?
I know that I will be successful because I will make myself successful, because I know I have this debt. So it can be a driving factor. It's scary though. It really is. But unfortunately, we need it. We need the money.
What's really scary, though, is the amount of interest Generation Y will ultimately pay to service its debt.
Emma, we've projected forward to when you were 40. This is what you're going to look like.
I hope not. God.
But more importantly, if Emma continues to borrow at her current rate, by the time she's 40, she will have paid $77,500 in interest.
When you put it in a lump sum like that, yeah, it's horrendous and it's scary, but that's what I've got to do to have a future. Hopefully better than that one.
The story's the same for Amanda.
Oh,
That's you at 40.
that's disgusting. Where's the Botox?
Put it on the card. But the real crunch is your financial situation when you're 40. With your credit card debt, a big car loan, and if you don't pay it on time, you would have paid $82,000 in interest. Are you worried about the future now?
$82,000 is the price that I pay for being happy, for being able to indulge myself in all the luxury items that I've bought over the past 40 years. That's what it is.
It's worth it.
It is, it's worth it.
Where does Gen Y's $60 billion in debt in Australia now fit into the global financial meltdown that's happening now?
That's the poisonous icing on top of a very poisonous cake. The cake was going to sink anyway, and the icing is going to drive it down even further. They've got all the debt and no assets, and at some stage soon they're going to have no income, and that's a deadly combination.
It's a lesson Zoe Zirkler had to learn the hard way, but finally she's quitting credit.
It's really got you shaken, hasn't it?
It does.
Because of what they've done.
She's working full-time, and you can't help but admire her decision to pay back what she owes.
Time to say goodbye.
Cheers.
But for most of Generation Y, they'll continue to buy now and pay later.
So this is your home. This is where you're
I was born here and I would die in here.